In this episode, I'm going to give you my recommendations for week 6 of the fantasy basketball season for the Sleeper app. Now let's make some game picks. Welcome to the Game Pick Fantasy Basketball Podcast. I'm your host, Robbin Marx. You can connect with me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Game Pick Podcast. If you love fantasy basketball, points leagues, dynasty, and sleepers new Game Pick format, please consider subscribing on all channels. And please stick around until the end because I'm going to share the Game Pick Sleeper of the Week. Quick disclaimer. We're on vacation, so I'm unable to film this episode. So please excuse the fact that we don't have any visuals. Also, my voice is going to be a little off because I'm a little under the weather, but I wanted to make sure I got this content out to you for week 6. So let's jump in to our big time game picks for week 6 of the NBA season. Julius Randle. On hashtag basketball, in points leagues, Julius Randle is ranked number 19. So he is a stud. He's having a slow start, but please note that right now is a time to grab him. So if he's available, or if you have a owner in your league who has Julius Randle and he's kind of worried, try to see if you can send some offers out for him. He has 3 games this week, no back-to-backs, and he's trying to find his chemistry with Kemba Walker. There was an article in the New York Post about it, and he was pretty vocal about not having chemistry on the team. Julius Randle was, that is, and I think they're going to get there. It's going to take some time when you have that many new pieces. They have a strong coach. They have a really good fan base, so I imagine they'll be able to pull it together. My game pick for Julius Randle for week 6 is the Tuesday night game versus the LA Lakers. It is his highest projected point total. Donovan Mitchell. On hashtag basketball, in points leagues, Donovan Mitchell is ranked number 21. He has 4 games this week. He has a back-to-back on Friday and Saturday, both games versus the New Orleans Pelicans. So one thing I would say about Donovan Mitchell, Donnie Mitchell never lied. I mean, he is one of the highest usage rate players in the league. They feed him the ball. He runs the offense. He is that guy. He is actually top 15 in total points scored this year at the time of recording this, and he's averaging a whopping 26 points per game. However, there's one important item to note. Last season, through his first 11 games, he had 68 free throw attempts. This year, he's made 40 appearances to the charity stripe at the time of recording this. And the reason is there's a new rule in the NBA, or there's been rule changes around foul hunting, where people are trying to draw fouls with not very normal movements, not normal basketball movements. So because of that, people like him and James Harden have seen a dip in their appearances at the line. But the good news is he's still performing at a high level. So I would strongly recommend, if you don't have Donovan Mitchell, maybe try to see if you can get him in a deal. And my game pick for Donovan Mitchell would be Monday versus the Memphis Grizzlies. And that's his highest projected point total. And speaking of the Utah Jazz, let's talk about Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is number 23 on hashtag basketball for points leagues. He has 4 games this week, just like his partner, and he also has the same back-to-back against New Orleans on the Friday and Saturday. But let's talk about the scuffle he had recently. And this is a quote from Rudy, which I love this. This is a quote that he made about a scuffle he had recently. Guys need to stop acting like they going to fight. They know in 2 seconds there's going to be 20 security guards in between us. Guys that are not about that life need to stop acting like they are. If somebody wants to fight, I'm easy to reach. Yo, I love that. So I don't really have any relevant statistical, data for you on Rudy Gobert. I just thought that, that quote is so goon-like. It's like a goon mentality, and I love it because playing, he's a defensive player of the year. He's like a big man. You need to be able to, get a little grimy when you need to, especially in the paint. So I love Rudy Gobert this week. For week 6, my game pick for Rudy Gobert is Wednesday at Oklahoma City. Miles Bridges. According to hashtag basketball for points leagues, Miles Bridges is ranked 22. He has 4 games this week. He has a back-to-back Friday and Saturday. My game pick for Miles Bridges would be the Friday versus Minnesota. It's important to note it's his only home game of week 6. So I would play him on the Friday versus Minnesota. Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is ranked number 25 on hashtag basketball for points leagues. He has 4 games this week, no back-to-backs. And the game pick for Jason Tatum would be the Wednesday versus Brooklyn. Fred VanVleet. Fred is ranked number 29 on hashtag basketball for points leagues. He has 3 games this week, no back-to-backs, and my game pick for him would be the Wednesday at Memphis. It's the first game of the week for him, the Wednesday game. So he's going to have 2 days off before that game. So he's going to be well rested, ready to go. I would fire him up on the Wednesday at Memphis. Devin Booker. Hashtag basketball points leagues ranking number 30. He has 4 games this week. It's important to note that they're all away games. And yes, he does have a back-to-back for the Friday and Saturday. Devin Booker is extremely underrated in fantasy. People forget, like, this guy dropped 70-plus points and, like, he's an elite scorer. And since Chris Paul has joined the Phoenix Suns, he's kind of, lost some of his statistical value. But the fact of the matter is, in dynasty formats, his upside is so crazy. He's a young guy, So if you can grab him in a dynasty league with an owner that maybe is a little concerned about his current output, think about the long game. He's going to have, as he does every season, he's going to have a late season surge. Like, he really picks up. He's won me multiple championships in my dynasty league because I've had him on my team for maybe, I want to say 3 or 4 years, 2 or 3 years. I'm not sure, but I know I've won championships because of those late season surges. If you have an owner in your league who is having some trepidation, some concern, some worry about Devin Booker and his projected output for the rest of the season, throw him an offer, make a trade. My game pick for Devin Booker for week 6, Monday at San Antonio, it is his highest projected point total. This week's game pick sleeper of the week is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is the best place to play fantasy sports, including best ball, daily drafts, and pick'em. Start drafting in minutes for a shot at big cash and an enhanced game watching experience. Did I mention that Kevin Durant and Mark Cuban invested in Underdog? Once I heard about those cosigns, I had to spread the news. Sign up today and use the code GamePickPodcast. Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. It's like getting free money. Don't miss out on your chance to double up from the jump. To sign up, just download the Underdog Fantasy app on Android or iOS. Now, our game pick sleeper of the week, Darius Garland. Hashtag basketball points leads ranking is 53, number 53. Darius has 3 games this week, no back-to-backs, and it's important to note that Evan Mobley is out and Colin Sexton is out. This guy is going to eat for the rest of the time these guys are out, and also for this coming week, Chetty Osman is also injured. So there's a bunch of injuries. There's not many bodies there, and I believe Darius Garland is going to go off for the whole week. So there's probably several games you can play him for week 6. I'm going to go with Saturday versus the Orlando Magic is my game pick. If I didn't mention your player, please drop a comment with your request. Please join our brand new Discord group if you need help with game picks, trades, dynasty questions, team names, the works. All you have to do is hit the link in the YouTube description of this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, share with a friend, hit us with a hacksaw Jim Duggan, and leave us a review on Apple Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you absolutely crush your league this week. Now get out there and make some game picks.